she is coming back. Since we, with the help of the 0 Point, ruined her plan, she's coming back for revenge. Why hasn't Fortnite solved this mystery yet? Let's go back to chapter 1 to understand all of the unsolved mysteries of Fortnite. In the summer of 2017, during a Fortnite tournament, completely out of the blue, a lightning bolt created a purple cube. People start calling this purple cube Kevin. Just one day after spawning, this Kevin starts to move. At the end of the season, Kevin the Cube ends up melting in the loot lake. In chapter 1 season 6, it creates a floating island, corrupts everything throughout the season, and towards the end of season 6, the cube starts spinning and it explodes. For some reason, it just disappears. For almost 5 years, we hear nothing about Kevin, and when it finally came back, we discovered something about the cube that shocked everyone. For that, I'm giving away a skin every week. All you have to do is subscribe. If you want to help me out, use code SMJM and like this video. During this live event, we find Kevin the Cube inside of the UFO mothership. We also find out that there is in fact thousands of Kevin the Cubes. At the end of that live event, the island is flipped. Harold explodes the island, but what happened to all those cubes? During season 6 live event, when the Kevin the Cube starts spinning and it explodes, just before the explosion, we are all teleported to this mysterious world by this mysterious power. This is the 0 Point mystery. That place was called the In-Between, and this is the 0 Point's world. We are introduced to the 0 Point for the first time during the volcano event when the bunker opened up and we saw this orb glowing. During the mech versus monster, the mech used the power of the 0 Point to destroy the monster. The time we understand the actual power of the 0 Point was when 7 tried to destroy it during the end event. Instead, there is a massive black hole. 0 Point gets exposed yet again by Galactus, and Agent Jones had to get the foundation, stop the 0 Point from exploding. The foundation seals it in a spire. Imagine Order hides the 0 Point inside of the bridge as seen in this trailer. 0 Point is seen yet again when Harold explodes the Fortnite island. It recreates brand new chapter 4 map. The last time we saw the 0 Point was at this location, and it has been missing ever since. Unfortunately, so are the 7. The mystery of the 7 is still unsolved. It all started in chapter 1 when the meteoroid crashed onto the island. It turns out this meteoroid was a spaceship, and the visitor was the person that arrived. He created a massive rift in the sky, allowing the rest of the 7 members come to Fortnite. They tried to destroy the 0 Point, but unfortunately created a black hole. After that, we don't hear anything about the 7 until Agent Jones summons the Foundation. When the Lost Reality attacked the Foundation and the 7 flips the island. We discover a brand new map, and the 7 are completely under control until the Aya shows up and there is a massive war. We discover that the 7 has a base on a moon outside of the Fortnite island. Using the robot, they completely destroy the Imagine Order. But unfortunately, in season 4, they end up getting kidnapped. We don't hear anything about the 7 until Amy the robot says that they are different, going through a worst fate imaginable. That was almost 2 years ago. We have not heard anything about the 7. The mystery of the disappearance of the 7 is still unsolved. There's a rumor that Amy the robot has gone back in time to save the 7, because there's a rumor that they're stuck in chapter 1 season 7. This was the season we were introduced to the Ice King and the mysterious prisoner locked up in his dungeon. This prisoner was actually completely frozen at first, and slowly throughout the season, the ice starts to melt. Just out of the blue, one day the prisoner escapes. We find out that this prisoner was in fact the Fire King. King. And the Ice King tells us that he and the Fire King used to work together and capture evil creatures and monsters and bring them to the Ice Moon and lock them up. Until the Fire King starts getting evil and greedy, he suggests Ice King to use these monsters to rule the Fortnite universe. The Ice King refuses, and there is a huge battle, and the Ice King defeats the Fire King. And since now he has escaped, the Ice King summons the Eternal Winter because he knows that the Fire King's weakness is ice, but the Fire King, using dark powers, summons a giant volcano. At the end of season 8, as a revenge, the Fire King erupts the volcano and releases the Cactus monster, but as we all know that the mech defeats the monster. And ever since then, the Ice King and the Fire King has completely gone missing, and this mystery is still unsolved. Just like the Fire King, Golden Boy Midas wanted to take over the island as well. To do this, he built the Doomsday device. He created this device in the center of the island at the agency, and during the Doomsday event, he used this machine to stop the storm, and his plan was to get rid of the Imagined Order and have a free world without any loops and storms. He succeeds for like few seconds, and then Agent Jones replaces the storm with a tsunami, and he gets defeated. Tries again by using dark powers, turns himself into shadows, but fails again. After that, he goes missing for almost 3 years, and in chapter 5 we hear about Midas yet again. He was being kept prison by Hades. He escapes using his powers. As soon as he gets his hand on his beloved yacht and his friends, Midas says he wants to create a brand new world, and yet again, his yacht and his crew is gone. Why has Midas left, showing up after years? Looks like this mystery will be unsolved for a while. But the Galactus mystery has got everyone confused, because one day, just out of the blue, we see this hammer appear on the island. Now this is obviously Thor's hammer. Now we thought this was just a skin collaboration until we see these mysterious symbols and a very bright star in the sky. And in chapter 2 season 4, we discovered that this was Marvel season, and that bright star was in fact Galactus, headed right towards the island to eat 0 points. The Avengers are here to defeat Galactus and save the Fortnite island. Galactus finally gets here, and we fly a bunch of battle buses inside of Galactus's mouth. And Galactus ends up getting rifted. Rumor circulates that he is going to be back, but unfortunately it has been almost 4 years. We still don't know what happened to Galactus. Where was he rifted to? Also, the Avengers next season just disappears. As soon as the Avengers leaves the island, the Imagined Order takes over. The disappearance of this huge organization is still unsolved. We were first introduced to the IO during the Doomsday event. When the device was working, we rift to this mysterious office where we are introduced to Agent Jones. And in chapter 2 season 7, when the Lost Reality attacks, we get to know everything about the IO, including Dr. Sloan and how massive they are. When the island gets flipped, the IO feels betrayed, and as a revenge, they drill right through the island to get to chapter 3 map. They start a huge war against the Seven. They create another Doomsday device in the center of the island, planning to destroy everyone until the Seven stops it using the mech and defeating them. Ever since then, we have seen Sloan return, but we've heard nothing about the Imagined Order. But the IO has been around for thousands of years. They are very big and very powerful. We all know they had loads of members. We have even seen a loading screen of them still being around. Feels like they will be here soon, but until now, the mystery of the disappearance of IO is still unsolved. This brings us to Herald, one of the biggest mysteries still unsolved. Now, we all know that when the IO and the Seven were fighting, Herald slowly snuck in, started her plan to take over Fortnite. She turns the entire island into chrome and destroys it. it. But unfortunately, the 0 Point reconstructs the island. When we go to chapter 4, we find Harold's reality tree on the island, and it looks like she has escaped. I think there's a reason for this. I think she's still around and she will be here very soon. I'll keep you guys updated, so please leave a like, subscribe, and use code SMJM.